Alright, let's go and take that job. Let's move this storyline mission on. Proceed to Panzer, where we assist the Restoration armies to liberate House Decimes. Enter suggests that a lance built with long-range file capabilities could provide advantageous on this drop. We, for the most part, have that. This is our first big push to liberate Founding House. I don't know what to expect any more than you do, but I suggest rolling in with the best mechs we've got. You know, just in case. As opposed to those times when I'm just like, meh, put out the crappy mechs. Anything will do.
Job's done, Commander.
Thank you, sir. 19 days to get to this place that I'm gonna call it a shithole, but it could be really nice, I don't know. Distress call. This mirror catches your attention on the bridge, Commander. I picked up a distress call from the nearby civilian transport. Completely different word. It's not exactly our job to assist in matters like this, but we may be the nearest ship available. On the other hand, it looks like the ship's engines are in critical state. They could explode before we get there. Interesting. Stay out of it, investigate better. Mount an immediate rescue expedition. I feel like it could be a trap as well, right? Sure. Let's be cautious. When the Argo arrives at the source of the stress beacon, a bleak picture greets you. The transport drifts aimlessly and no longer even venting oxygen from a gaping hole in its hull. Well, you're too late to help. Maybe we could have made it out there in time. Your tech staff does manage to salvage some scrap. 10 grand. Free 10 grand, I guess. Did I not negotiate this contract? Or did I not have the chance to? Seems like I might need a little bit more coffee. Pew. That's looking better. This was destroying my frames earlier today for no real reason. I'm happy to see that's not the case anymore. Come on, 2 more days. Excellent news. Commander, we're ready to proceed with our current contract. I don't feel like there's really anything left for me to do. Welcome to Panzer, Commander. Weeks. I always figure my last name is Weeks. Lady Arano and the Restoration Army are ready, fighting on the planned surface. And have been for weeks. That sounds miserable. With the aid of House Defense ground forces, Ziers will carry your lance through over to the debris field and drop you on the surface. Yeah, that sounds fine. Tell us more about the debris field. Are you feeling okay with this? Tell us more about the debris field. It's a holdover from the Silvermoor. It was a great battle in over Panzer. Most of the wreckage is still there. Form of a defense field. Navigating through it unassisted would be a formidable task. Thankfully we have Spaceport's control center on the side. Okay. Let's just keep going. Tell me about the battle. She wants your lance behind enemy lines while she leads from the front line. You will harass the supply train, target valuable military hardware. She's already drawn a list of targets. Hold that thought, Commander. I'm getting a tight beam communication from the plant service. It's Lady Arano, and it looks urgent. Ah, yes, it does look urgent. Absurdum. Couldn't have arrived at a better time. Our forces on the surface desperately need your help. With the support of House Decimes? We'll say Decimes. We're making our final push against the Directorate's last major stronghold. Our forces are fully committed to the attack, and we're pushing them back. But the Directorate just seized control of our only remaining spaceport. Oh, the one that's supposed to be on our side. With it, they'll be able to call down reinforcements at will. But they're just hanging out in orbit too? I need someone to take the space control tower away from them. I'm certain that someone is going to have to be you. That means that Mrs. Milo will need to carry you through the debris field unassisted. I hope her skills are up to the task. She doesn't seem thrilled. I'm afraid there's more. I've just received a message from a Lady Centrella. There's been a major incident in Perdition. Looks like a terrorist attack. Chemical attack against the port city. Initial casualty support, some 11,000 are dead. Let's use my my background. It's only a matter of time before they pin the blame on my people for the Federated Sons. Let's make this about you. They already have. They're claiming that the attack was act of Deviant aggression, a direct violation of the conventions, the Ares Convention. He's calling it the Perdition Massacre. For their part, they've denied all knowledge of the attack. Their denials were found deaf ears. Guardians won't believe anything that House Deviant has to say. It's going to accelerate our timetable. We need to retake the throne before the situation gets any worse. If a war was to erupt between the Federation and the Concord, it would simply spill into the Reach. We better get moving. Let's talk more rock. Quite right, I'll be brief. I'll brief you more fully when you reach the band surface. This will be a rough drop of Absurdum. Bring your best, and the gods grant you victory. You heard the lady. Best get to it. Myra, I'm gonna go ahead and trust that you've got this. Do me a solid and try not to scrap the leopard's paint job on the way down. Kind of a shitty thing to say. It's gonna be rough. Try not to fuck it up. That's fair. Alright, let's get out there and do it. Let us see here. Planets revealed is a real oddity. A holdover from the Civil War. It's a nightmare to navigate without ground support, but don't worry. We'll get you down there in one piece. I feel like with all this talk about this thing, surely it's going to have some effect on the fight. Commander, I'm glad you made it. Navigating the debris field unassisted was no small feat, even for a small ship. It's a leopard. No sweat, just don't ask me to do it again. You won't have to. Restoration strike teams have already joined forces with the 2nd Decimeans of Feudal to engage the enemy on multiple fronts. We have them at disadvantage. If they manage to bring in reinforcements, we're in trouble. Absurdum, I need you to engage the enemy, locate their drop set control center, destroy it. Without ground support, their ships will be unable to navigate this field. I'm sorry to interrupt, but we've just intercepted a transmission from the ADV Kronich. They requested a navigational aid. It sounds like they're on their way down. If that ship lands, our bids for this system fails, Absurdum. I need you to take control of that center before it touches down. Ooh, that doesn't sound good. It sounds like this is going to be a race against time. Second command can help with that. We have a leopard full of engineers heading your way. Commander, I need you to clear a path to the spaceport security headquarters. Take out the vehicles and make us breathing room. We'll turn the turret defenses against them. That's the plan. We use the turrets to just cover your approach. As soon as we have the turrets under control, the directorate will begin firing on them. Use that as a distraction or engage the enemy to protect them.
Good hunting, Commander. You bring down the control center and we'll handle the rest. Good luck.
Game just like froze for a second. There we go. Interesting. Let's get down there and take a look at things. Okay, yeah, that heated up quickly.
Potential salvage on the field.
Destroy garrison units. Destroy the drop control within 15 rounds. Commander, I'm seeing Director SRM carriers on radar. Recommend engaging them at long range. They'll take you apart if you get too close. Well, it's a little late for that, but thank you. Let's reserve you. Can't do much on your own if you don't have sight on anything, and you don't have sight on anything. It's just a random building. Okay. It was highlighted before, so I was confused. Maybe that's the one we have to get control into. These things do look nasty. Right. I agree. Let's focus heavily on those short range missile guys. He is short range, but he's a little bit further away. You know what? Let's get him anyways. Hit him hard. Oh god, it didn't look like it was gonna kill him. I was like, oh Jesus.
Enemy unit destroyed.
We're gonna be in serious trouble if we can't kill these things like right off the bat.
Waiting on you, Commander. Aye, aye.
Alright.
Move order.
Let's get you down there and see what we can do, Medusa. Now, obviously the other guy's gonna be a serious threat too, but... Ah, you kidding me? Okay. I just assumed you would have sight on him. Because, you know, it's obviously like a clear shot, but...
I hear ya.
You know what happens when you assume. Can we just land on him? No, we can't. Of course not. And I really don't want to get out of the trees.
Here we go.
I thought I just told you to rotate. Clearly I have no idea what's going on. Look at that. Look at that guy. We need to destroy him. He's gonna be a menace to society. Alrighty, it's just like up to glitch.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Not that I don't have full faith in her ability to murder, but... I don't really have full faith in her ability to murder. She can't even reach it. Perhaps I should have listened when they said long-range weapons, huh? Perhaps there's something to that.
Good to go.
Well, I don't think there's much to be done about it. Let's get you down there and get you in cover at least. That way when they start bringing the short-range missiles on us, we can at least take 25% less damage. It's gonna be brutal. Luckily that's just a striker. Half of his rockets went to that building, which is confusing and hilarious.
I'm barely scratched.
It's a bulldog. So it looks like we just have one more short range, but he's going to be enough to do some serious damage.
Nice
Just
try.
you wait. I've seen these guys before. They hurt like hell. It's real unfortunate we couldn't get more shots off on that guy. Look at that nonsense. I guess you're gonna be knocked down now. Nope, just unsteady. Thank God we were guarded. I mean, that is ridiculous. That was just ridiculous. Put that thing in the ground. Hurt him. There it is. Give him the death he deserves.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Alright, we killed the two that really matter, right?
Waiting for orders.
You can go up there and step on this guy. As unstable as you are. Another one down. Shoot him for funsies. Yeah, that's right. It could hurt.
Vehicle killed.
Like, there's just a highlighted box.
Orders.
Let's go ahead, get down here, and really hurt this guy if we can.
On it.
What can you do for me?
Firing on target.
Nice. Nice.
Move her down.
Slightly concerned about having our friend there not be in cover since it did so much for him last time, but it really seems to have pulled through for us. This gives us considerably better odds, and it's just one guy, so I'm not really that concerned about it. Let's go out there and really bring it to him. I'm very glad we don't have the fire starter. It would have done practically nothing for us.
Special delivery.
I don't expect this guy to die. Not just from that. Bulldogs are a little tankier. That being said, I feel like we're really tearing through these guys with relative ease. Jerk. You're gonna be spending next turn trying to get your balance back. Let's do this. We're gonna have to start making a mad dash for that other area, if I'm correct. 12 turns are gonna go by rather quickly. Alright, fair enough. We'll have Glitch finish the work.
Commander?
I hear ya.
Get up there and just step on him.
betcha. Going toe to toe.
There it is. Nicely done, Commander. Your approach to the security HQ is clear. Roger that. We'll have the turrets under friendly control in just a moment. Gauging the forces guarding those control. Let's make these turrets count. And then we just shoot it. Oh, I love it. I love that we paused.
Bye-bye.
He's been dead for like 20 minutes. Still shoot it anyways. Taking control of our damn turrets. All units, target the turrets and destroy them before the enemy MechWarriors enter weapon range. Do it now! It's capitalized and italicized. Mr. Tactician there. No, that turret doesn't seem to be of much help. So we have good sight on things. Where the heck am I, though? Mr. Jenner's there. Seriously, where am I? Okay. Figure it out eventually. Ah, yes, nice. Ooh, you're not quite in sight, though. Well, that might just be after you. This may be more difficult than you can handle soon. I appreciate the optimism. I'm not saying you're wrong. It's just a rather dark tone to it. That guy's gonna be a little rough. It's heavier than we're used to. Honestly, I'm not pleased with how much damage that we've taken so far from the short-range missile guys. I'm glad we already killed one of them before he had a chance to attack us, because that one was already pretty rough. I mean, I've heard of people struggling on this mission, so it's not really that necessarily surprising to hear that it might be one of the rougher ones. So he's already missing some armor, man. Luckily, it's at least kind of all over the place. Not one specific spot. Go ahead and get your stability back. Be nice if my turrets got to shoot like before they were all destroyed, but I'm sure it's one. There's not much you can do about it. I'm sure it's just kind of how it's set up. Can I jump you? No, the answer to that is no.
Location confirmed.
Let's see. I mean, there's a fair amount. 2, 3, There's a fair amount of turrets, actually. We'll get down there. We're going to be alright. It's going to all be alright. Stay positive. It'll make a big difference if we're positive. Trebuchet! Fuck. Now we're screwed. I think that's the first turret to go down. Never mind, he multi-targeted, so that's 2. Ah, you jerk. They're gonna be a jerk.
Waiting on you, Commander.
We might just have you sprint. Just to get all up in there.
Uh-huh.
We need to start giving them... We need to get in that fight while the turrets are still with us. Otherwise, we can't expect much from the turrets, I'm sure. Not even the worst part. Excellent. Yeah, we'll see. We'll be alright. If all the missions were just kind of cakewalks, especially the priority missions, then it would be really a boring game. A dragon. I'm not sure I've seen one of these before. He looks awfully heavy to me. Ooh. That was... Alright. I was gonna say that was rather sad. Alright, what do we got here? Crap ton of misses. Nice. Right in the arm. His structure's been exposed. He's unsteady. Headshot. Nice job. Oh no, no, there's conversation going on. You are Doomsday. The mission can't get rough, but if he pays attention, he should be fine. It's Heavy Mech. Nice. I thought it was Heavy Mech. Ignore the turrets and concentrate fire on this BattleMechs. We must protect the control center. If our reinforcements can't land, we're all dead. Now fight for the Directorate. We're gonna be fine. We'll destroy that center in time. I'll make sure of it. I would love to get a shot on this guy because he's really asking me to be put down. However, it's looking to be quite hard to get him in range. He's so on the verge of falling over. I can struggle with no heavy mechs. That is concerning. You're guarded, you're guarded. He's in cover, you're not guarded. It makes you the easiest of targets. Can we do some serious work on you somewhere? Like right there. Hit him hard. Well, we made him unsteady. We made a mistake and put his back to it, so maybe we can really abuse that.
Commander? What do you need?
Anybody that can get a shot on that guy, one way or another.
Waiting for orders.
Nah, he's pretty much safe from the cover. Huh? These two guys are fully like entrenched and guarded. I will have no cover over here. Let's go ahead and kind of set this here. I just don't feel like there's much point in trying to attack him if we're not going to really do any damage. Epic Gaming Party has hosted me. Well, thank you, sir. It's an auto-host, but I still appreciate it. Welcome, everybody. That might be from there. Yeah, man, there's only going to be one way to find out what happens. I mean, you're right to err on the side of me not doing great. It wouldn't be the first time.
Waiting for orders.
But you never know. My grasp in this game has gotten considerably better.
Time to fly.
It's just hard because we're not really in position yet to properly fight. What is this now? Doomsday is now hosting. Well, thank you for the host, Doomsday. I appreciate it. Plus, I'm always excited to see those little icons pop up. It's a good day, and there's no cat cam. It's really unfortunate. I mean, the Jenner is a light bot, but
jumping.
I'm fine putting people down there and guarding them since we're just kind of standing in the open. They're already kind of braced. Maybe we can pull them out a bit. They'll run up towards us. Try to take a shot at us. Do little damage, but not be guarded. That's my hope. Don't punch that. That'd be real jerky of you. Also, I meant to take a look to see how heavy this thing is. The cats are probably doing what they are. I woke up super late, so I didn't really have time to set up the cat cam. Also, the cat cam's been kind of janky lately. Need to really find a proper cat cam solution. Just don't really know of one, to be honest. But they'll be back definitely tomorrow for sure. I'll wake up on time and make sure I set it up. Got hit, but should have been very light damage. Alright, there's our guy. I'd like very much to hurt him. Can we jump down any closer? I do not really want to be... you.
Engaging jump jets.
8 rounds, huh? We're not getting there super quickly. Let's just go ahead and do...
All weapons committed.
Another head injury. I feel like that's got to be at least 2. Here comes Miss Jenner.
Commander?
He is entrenched, the jerk, but you are not. 65 tons. I mean, we should give it a look at it, right? No, you're not gonna tell me your tonnage. I mean, it looks pretty nasty. What do we got there? Hunchback. Don't have a clear shot on that guy. I don't think anything is really going to change that either. Those chances are just garbage. I mean, we were just getting to the point where we really need to start pushing through. I'm feeling this timer, man. It's putting the heat on me. I imagine that's, you know, the point, but...
Firing on target.
Hit the head for what it's worth. What you can do, sir?
Warning. Enemy sensor lock.
Sensor lock.
detected.
Interesting.
Yep.
It is an interesting life choice you've made. Let's get you back here. You... Okay, let's do that then.
Here we go.
Medusa is gonna most likely be the target here. 60. It's a 60 ton, but it's still heavy, huh? Alright, let's open up on him. Another head injury. Wow. It's not counting for much so far, but you know. Mr. Trebuchet is getting himself a little bit closer. Using that sensor lock to good effect. However, our evasion's just too high. It's not able to really do much with it. How close is that facility? Not super close. If we can get Absurdum a little bit closer, we might be able to start taking pot shots at it. You can actually land on this guy. That's kind of funny as hell. Real concerned about exposing her back.
Ready, set.
Which is already kind of happening, but you know.
Got it.
Make me proud. Exposed his structure.
When I shoot you, you'll
quite BDSM. I don't know what it is about that last sip of water. It always makes me choke. And then I don't have any water to, like, stop choking with. Yeah, don't worry about backseat gaming. Because it's nothing that upsets me, even if you were, like, hardcore backseat gaming me. I still wouldn't care. To be perfectly honest. It's like talking about video games, man. That's what I'm here for. Starts to put in some work. Yeah. Nice. DD.
Clock is ticking and that dropship is getting close.
Look,
I'd recommend that you prioritize targeting the control
I know.
center, Commander.
I'm trying. My long-range mechs you required are very slow. And I don't have it in me just to straight sprint out there. Maybe I should be, but that seems a bit much, even for my likings. Pull out sprint. Ah. So then, I had a feeling that would be what you were going to tell me to do. Spreading is not really going to get me anywhere either. Stupid trees. Maybe we'll get up here and then we can next turn sprint if need be. As much as I want to put him in trees, and I do.
Engaging jump jets.
7 rounds, I still feel like we have some time. It's my experience that it won't be necessarily too hard to hit once we're able to hit it. Let's see if we can knock this guy down. Or at least do something. Mr. Jenner, what are you up to? This big fine will move when he backs that thing up.
Dang it, that hurt!
There's your almost mandatory head injury for the fight.
Good to go.
Alright.
Receiving you.
Mr. Jennerbot. There, and I feel like you're just going to do more damage though if we don't do that. There's a hunchback, there's the big guy.
Copy that.
Like, I know these guys are a distraction, but I can't just run. I mean, I guess I could, but I can't just really run past them and then I'll take shots at my backs. Somebody will die from that.
Let her rip.
Get him! Get him! There it is.
I think I hit something good.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I've totally done it. I've totally gotten 4 and 1 and had somebody die that way. One of the mods I saw on the Nexus today was something. I didn't really read it, but it was talking basically about less head injuries. On one hand, though, it seems kind of cheaty. And it does go both ways, so it's kind of hard to complain about it, but
Good to go.
still. Now, she's one of my sprinters, but I have a feeling she's not gonna. Let's get a wall around it, too. Cockpit mod, man, I've heard of them. They sound pretty badass. Heard great things. Can't wait to start getting some like mods. Just not really sure what I want to do with glitch. I feel like I should be running around. If someone's gonna reach it, it's almost certainly gonna be her. Destroy that left arm. Nice. I don't know if that really does a whole lot for us, but it does expose them. That sounded like it hit hard.
Armor breach! Internal damage!
All the more reason I just don't want to run her out there.
Waiting for orders.
I should still be in cover, right? It is.
On my way.
This is the complete opposite of running her out there. But she's in a bad spot.
Commencing Alpha Strike.
And I haven't even dealt with this guy yet, who still very much concerns me.
Okay, that was bad.
I mean, if we fail this and we end up doing it again, I definitely see it going much better the second time as I don't sensor lock him, shoot him. I mean, I have a much better understanding of what to expect. The player knowledge I've gained is going to make a big difference. How are you missing? Come on. There we go. That's kind of what I was wondering, because that one gun seems pretty nasty. And then there's Mr. Jenner here, who is not much of a concern, despite what just happened there. Get to the point now, we don't start making a solid effort to get out there, then we might as well give up now. As much as I would absolutely like to start taking more shots with Absurdum. He needs to cool off anyways. Gonna tell myself it's necessary. Trebuchet gets off easy this turn. They're hitting glitch hard now.
I'm getting all shot up, Commander.
You are getting all shot up. Starting to concern myself about your well-being. Let's try to back you up. You're gonna fall over and things are gonna be bad. I kind of feel like you just need to brace yourself. I agree, vigilance does sound like a good idea. Thank you for suggesting that. Let's go with that. Thank you, sir. That's a great call. Let's go ahead and hit this guy hard.
Firing everything I've got.
I always forget vigilance can be used without ending the turn. I'm like, why would I use it? That I would just brace. It's because you can do two things. I need to use it more so I can remember that.
Good to go.
I'm surprised that effect didn't do much there.
Got it.
This guy, I imagine, is going to come up and punch one of us like super hard in the face. I do the precision strike all the time. You're guarded. I'm really not super interested in that. I am kind of interested in just murderizing you, but chances to hit on some of these things are not that great. I'm gonna go with him just because I can hit him. He's not guarded. No, now that they're kind of getting close, we might make a real break for it.
Commander.
Dusa, you're doing alright. Let's get you out here.
Copy that.
Trying to get him and Absurdum to make way towards that site we have to destroy. What are your chances to shoot this guy in the head? 5. It's not great. Absurdum would probably get a really nice shot on it, but it's fine.
Copy that.
What are you gonna do, sir? You look like you're up to no good. He really didn't do much damage. She's still in a bad spot, but
That got through my armor, Commander.
I need to tuck her away where they can't see her. Stop wasting your turns sensor locking. Shoot somebody. That half damage sucks. Nice. Destroyed his right arm. I appreciate the effort there, at least. At least some of the turrets are trying to shoot. Alright, Generbot, let's see. It's fine. She's probably going to complain about it, but she's still doing alright. Ah, your AC-20 is still on there. What is your right torso? Ah, that's pretty damaged. What is it to sprint? Where am I going to have to be that you can actually see this thing? And worse off, am I going to have you sensor lock it to see it? Because I think that might actually be the case. Because that's in range of you, man. Like, you can did that. Somebody just needs to see it for you. Are you able to sensor lock? You're my only person with sensor lock. No. You'd have to be like right here, I think. She's in such rough shape. I honestly think I'm gonna have to vigilance again, which I'm fine with. I think we'll keep her alive. Can't sensor lock a building. Okay, well that was... No, the answer to that question is no. That's alright. I mean, I feel like then we should be able to take shots on it, you know? That's okay. Do we have anyone's backs exposed to us? No, not in the slightest. You can't see him, of course. Of course. Let's go ahead and try to hit this guy hard.
Affirmative.
That's what I'm wondering, is maybe we get a good shot on the walls. It shouldn't take much to take on. Nice head injury. He's got to be accumulating those head injuries pretty quickly here. Obviously that's not in range of us, but okay, I need to be able to turn to them.
Full throttle.
5 turns. Whew. At least we get the evasion up, and they're facing the right way. I mean, honestly, Glitch is such a tempting target. They're gonna go for her almost without a doubt. I mean, that's what I would be doing. And since I'm the master of this game, clearly it's what they're gonna do. No, please do it from there.
On my way.
Come on, one good hit should put it down. There it is. I'm not going to say that's necessarily a victory, but it is one less enemy, I guess. If anything, I would just like to be able to get behind these guys so I can shoot them in the butt. Some good old butt shots. A nasty shot to the leg. Luckily, I keep my leg armor strong. I whip my hair back and forth.
Good to go.
Alright, Medusa, what can you do for me? You really need to get people up there super soon. Is this necessarily a good idea? No, they're technically side shots, which to me aren't worth it. What can you do in terms of sprint? Literally nothing. You have to go around that way. Okay. Well, we can always try to land on the Hunchback, I guess, right? It would do some damage to us, but it has a 75% chance of doing some serious damage to him. And melee disregards his cover. Land him! Alright, he's knocked down. I mean, that did a lot for us. No, he's just unsteady. Come on. Come on. It's ridiculous. Dragoneer is most likely going to have something to say about it. Slowly just backing up. You better check yourself. Alright, Jarts, do something. Don't just sensor lock. Oh! That's right, turn your backs to him. Destroy that leg. He's knocked over. Now that should be his final head injury. I know he's gotten 3. Pilot incapacitated. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'll start working on the one that actually scares me. A little bit of... just a little bit sneeze on him, he'll fall over. Of course we have to hit him with lasers. I don't know if we can knock down those walls, to be perfectly honest. It's still a back shot. Alright, humor me. What would sprinting do for me? Other than maybe get me there in time.
Commander?
Alright, let's just do this.
Right, Commander.
If I can do something to seriously put this guy down, then I will just sprint him up there. The problem is he's my long-range guy, right? If we can't attack him from long range, there's getting up here is not going to do much for me. Unless you can melee a building, but I don't think that's a thing. I've never tried it, so I guess I don't really know for sure. Hurt him. Knocked down, pilot injury. Nice. You can't? No, I didn't think you could. It seemed silly. It'd be too strong if you could just walk on it, right? It'd be pretty awesome, though. So I don't think there's really a whole lot of point in, per se, sprinting Absurdum up there since he has literally no close range. However, this called shot is going to be the end of this guy, so... What's your chance to hit head? 16? That's pretty epic. I'm pretty sure he's close to head injury death as well, but... Man, he's holding in there. Jerk. Let's get people up there. God, his back's gonna be turned to him. And not you, because you're actually not in the greatest shape. You're in considerably better shape. Also, you can get considerably closer. Yeah, let's... Next turn, he should be able to get sight on that. Hopefully that'll be enough for him and Absurdum to put some hurt on that building. With 3 turns remaining, I'm semi-confident that will be enough.
Waiting for orders.
Let's get you in the tree. We do not have the morale to do things, unfortunately. But
All weapons are go.
finishing this guy off will make me feel better.
Come on, MechWarriors.
We're inspired.
Go time.
It's actually a nice thing to have happen right now. Hey, the dragon's nothing to laugh at, right? But, being the last enemy present makes me feel considerably better. Especially since he's attacking the guy with practically full armor, and not the guy whose back is facing him.
Internal damage.
Hey, whatevs, man. Hurt him, turrets, hurt him. That's some solid damage. Nice, he's unsteady. Wow, he's taking some heat there. No.
Commander, we're almost out of time.
He seems like the entry
Can't
level
afford to let
heavy,
enemy reinforcements
and his
land.
weapons aren't that
We
great.
need to bring down that control center.
Let's go ahead and actually just reserve you.
Standing by.
Waiting for orders.
All right, let's get the good stuff. Unleash the beast.
Firing jump jets.
Unload it.
Affirmative.
There it is. Roger that. I'm marking the LZ zone on your screen. Proceed to the designated coordinates for evac. Do we really have to? Or can we just murder him? I mean, I feel like we're in a really good spot to murder this man. And when given the option, I'm always going to choose
Ready
murder.
to go.
If one person's already in it. Now let's go ahead and, I feel like we can totally knock this guy down. What do our precision strikes look like? Oh yeah, I'm gonna kill him. I wouldn't mind, honestly, trying my best to, really didn't hit the leg all much. I wouldn't mind trying to get double the scrap from him.
Damage detected.
Knock that bad boy down, there you go. Boop. Another pilot injury. He probably has at least 2 or 3 injuries as well.
Waiting for orders.
Should be told. Alright, time to get out there and say hello to him properly. Proper hello.
Right, Commander.
There it is, nice. Half the job is done. I mean, honestly, even if I made a dragon, I'm
Good to
not
go.
necessarily sure I'd even use it, to be perfectly honest.
Got it.
Unless I can get some really great weapons set up on it. He really doesn't seem that great. He does seem incredibly slow. And you better be getting something for all that, you know what I mean?
Got it.
Something, something.
We can
There it
do
is.
this. Let's go.
Wrap it up.
That's
Done
a
here.
kill.
Well, I think he's technically still alive, but... No? You actually have to go to the evac zone? You usually don't have to. I don't think there's another enemy around. That's fine, whatever. Whatevs, man. I'll walk in there. I got mine.
Standing by.
Here we go. Alright, alright, alright. We are extracted. That's done it. All communication between the spaceport and the Directorate's reinforcement fleet just went down. GG indeed. Ground control. This is the Chronic. We've lost you. Loud clanging. Nav support is offline. Where are those damn tugs? Louder clanging. Without ground support, the dropships won't be able to make planet fall. They'll be torn to pieces if they try. Congratulations, Absurdum. Planet's ours. We have you to thank for it. Long live House Decimes. Long live the Urano Restoration.
Mission.
Heck yeah. That wasn't so bad. It seemed obvious. You just have to kind of stay focused on that building. I mean, it was the obvious distractions there. I know when I'm being distracted. I think that's how distractions work, right? Ooh, 50% more payment. That is well appreciated. That right there is worth destroying that last guy. Nice. Everyone seems rather pleased about this experience. It's a little roughed up. You have an injury, but that's more than fine. Thanks, Doomsday. I really appreciate it. I am moderately proud of myself. Alright, what do we get from this? 4 salvages. Nice. Must be a different type of trebuchet. We get 3 pieces of the trebuchet. The lightest dedicated fire support mechs to be found, the Trebuchet 5N can mount enough missiles to give even heavy units pause. The trench buckets. Trench buckets. I mean, it really doesn't hold that many missiles, to be perfectly honest. Out of all these, which ones really speak to me? The 60-ton dragon speaks to me. I mean, so does the hunchback, to be kind of honest, but I want something I can finish up. Any super duper weapons I need to know about? Yes. Yes, there is. Definitely be taking you. The 50% crit? I don't know, that does sound pretty awesome, doesn't it? I'm gonna take that. I could finish off a bot. We just made a bunch of money, and we'll get bots later. I mean, there's not a bot that I want to use, right? I'd be finishing off to sell it. These weapons, though, seem super nice, and I know they would be super expensive if I had to buy them. Plus, we might still get some of these scrap. Let's see. They happen to give us a lot of scrap. No, they didn't give us any more bots, but that's fine. In fact, they mostly just gave us junk. Bastards. Imagine there's gonna be some talking now. There's always a fair amount of talking off of one of these. We're gonna be heading for that heavy mech area, man. That sounds super exciting. It's gonna probably take me an eternity and a boatload of money to get over there, but that's alright. I swear these loading screens didn't used to be this long. Ah, I got another achievement for restoring the house Decimes. We've done Absurdum thanks to your effort. The army has broken through the Directorate's hold on Panzer. Lord Louis Decimus, sounds awfully French, has pledged to his house and his system to my service. Restoration is growing, just as we hoped it would. And with his support, you gain territory as soldiers, bolstering supply chain. Not a bad deal for you. Obviously. Over House Decimus, the Directorate took a scorched earth approach to his farmland. With their ongoing support, people there would starve. I'm not my uncle. Restoration gives as much as it takes. That's commendable, but it may not be sustainable. It's not like you have much choice. Letting them starve would be terrible PR. And your people love you for it. Yeah, sure, we'll bust muck up our ass. That's for them to decide. Either way, I'll be continue feeding them for as long as we need it. I mean, with that said, I meant what I said when I liberated Weldery. These people are my responsibility, and I will help them. It's a victory to be sure, but we're still a long way. Director Espinado has only just begun to marshal his forces. Things are going to get a lot more difficult as we push forward. The Directorate's military capabilities appear to be way out of line with our initial estimates. Somehow they've gained access to weapons and BattleMechs that are totally foreign to the Reach. Where do you think the hardware is coming from? We don't know. There's many contacts in the inner sphere. Maybe Victoria's personal BattleMech is a prototype model that's almost impossible to find outside the Combine. But this radical new military buildup is something else entirely. Wherever these weapons are coming from, it's a recent development and a troubling one. It's alright. I'll still shoot their faces off. I'm sorry to interrupt, but there's something here that you might want to see. Actually, you may all want to see this. I found something strange on the Argos nav computer. I don't like the sound of that. Gonna need some clarification. Is there anything on the strip that isn't strange? I'm gonna need some clarification. Well, I appeal to have stumbled upon a encrypted data archive. Somebody hid it way in the Argo secondary storage drive. Might be my guess, mind you, but Star League era encryption software isn't really my expertise. My father spent years trying to figure out how to get the Argo back to Argo space in one piece. He was obsessed with it. This ship, he felt it was important somehow. And now this? I want the archive opened. I need to know what's inside. With all due respect, whatever's on that drive was sealed away for a reason. I've heard enough stories about lost tech. Treasure hunting to know that's a bad idea. What's lost tech? A term referring to advanced technology from the Star League era that can no longer be replicated with a modern industrial base. Factories and research factories were favorite targets in the early centuries with succession wars, efforts to deny weapon technology to anyone's enemies. The result was an overall loss in technology for everyone. Interesting. Now I said we crack it open. Because this archive contains something valuable, and because as I previously mentioned, I have a personal connection with the ship, I believe the discovery is meant to lead us somewhere, and I intend to follow it. It's Star League. Of course we should try to open it. We shouldn't let this distract us. I know her as our client. If she wants to check it out. I like to keep it business appropriate, man. But of course we open it. Damn right we should. We don't just leave money on the table. Damn right. Thankfully we can follow this lead and pursue a campaign against the Directorate at the same time. The liberation of House Colossus. On Smithen is already Restoration's next objective. And Lord Simon was High Lord Tamati's chief technologist. Securing the help we need will cost us nothing that we are already planning to pay. Fair enough. Perhaps this is all just coincidence, but I cannot help seeing the hand of fate work here, as if taught me to pay heed to my intuition. That's what I intend to do. Tell me more about him. What do you think Lord Crest will be help the archive? That's the plan. After we liberate Smithen, we'll have an audience with Lord Colossus. Yes, Absurdum, and shortly hereafter, we will see if my father's intuition about the Argo was justified. As before, I will contact you when we're ready to make a move. For now, I'll take my leave. I have nobles to placate and an army to rally. I'm sure you have contracts as well. Yes, we do. We'll keep busy. Just ask us what to do. You're a herder. Got some time before the next leg of the restoration offense. Our client wants us to make the most of it. Time is money. Later on, as people scoured the spaceport and found a jackpot commander. Decommissioned griffins. Lots of them. They never get them working with the repair facilities they've got, but between my team and Argo's Mech Bay, I think we might. You can find them in the shop here on... Well, I don't really want to buy them. Can't you just load some on me?
Got the financial report.
That's what she said. Fair enough. It's obviously getting more expensive, but we just make 1.7 mil, so not too beat up over it. MechWarriors are getting experience. Of course they are. They always are. Alright, I need to use the facilities, grab some more water, probably some more coffee as well. I will be back momentarily. Hang tight, everyone.